Welcome to our first think tank session in a long while. We had many technical presentation meetups this year, but this is the first think tank session. And we are expecting to have more online and in-person think tanks until the end of the year. The idea behind Ethereum think tanks is that we have projects or ideas being presented by the founders, and then the attendees can ask questions, give suggestions and constructive feedback so that the founders can potentially use the feedback to take the idea of the project to the next step. And the feedback can come from technical point of view or business point of view or user experience, philosophical, anything that attendees want to point out or suggest. And today we have two speakers, Flaviu and Georgia. Welcome, guys. Both working on their project called Gasly. And Gasly proposes a solution to manage gas fees for groups of individual wallets, like for families, companies, and other types of groups or organizations. So let's get started. Who wants to go first?
Hey, I'm gonna go first. Pleased to meet you. I'm George. I'm gonna share my screen just to show you a bit about Gasly and
Sure.
to let you
I
know.
forgot to pre-share the session, but anyway, I think everyone got the idea. We'll also leave the meetup link in the YouTube video in the description so you can access the event from there.
Perfect. Good. So before starting talking about Gasly, how many times did you had the problem that you wanted to send some tokens from a wallet and you didn't have gas into that wallet and you had to ask for a friend to send you some gas? This is what a problem that we have usually into our group, and based on these issues, we had in mind to build Gasly, which solves this problem because you won't have to ask for gas anymore because Gasly is managing this. So basically, Gasly is a shared wallet for your entire team or your entire family. Depends on the needs that you've got, but you don't have to send gas to multiple wallets. You have a single wallet where you are keeping the gas, and others that you're inviting to join that wallet can use the gas from it. So yeah, if you're a team, you're gonna stop wasting time asking for I don't know, those that are superiors to send you some gas if you're a developer, and this is solving also on the company's side of some issues. But let's go a bit into the Gasly. So this is a landing page that we've got for Gasly, and those are the network that we are supporting. Basically, we are supporting the networks that are that have volume today and are used by many people. And currently, Gasly is focused on stable coins. So you're gonna be able to send stable coins using Gasly. The connection on the platform that we've built it's a Web3 connection. You're connecting with your wallet. I'm not going to use MetaMask. I'm going to use the Coinbase wallet. So, and you got this simple interface. We didn't want it to make it complicated or hard to be understood by others. So that's why we tried to build it as simple as possible. So the first thing that we are going to do is to create a new gas tank. I already have one, but I'm going to create a new one just to show you how simple it is to create a gas tank. Gas tank is that shared wallet that I've told you about. I'm going to name it George. Tank one. Good. And yeah, now I can invite members into the tank. So what Gasly does is you are filling this tank with some gas, and you won't have to need to have gas on your wallet if you are a member in this gas tank. So, for example, I can invite someone into my tank. Just give me a sec. Uh, Add member, and I'm adding a member. Also, I can modify the name of the member. I can see this one already has a name because I suppose he already did it's a member of Gasly platform, and if you're already a member, your label is gonna get to the tankers as well. And also I can make him admin, and he can manage the tank as well. He can add other members to the tank. So right now, what members can send stable coins without having gas. Uh, all that I'm showing you right now here, it's just a client. We have an API that has documentation, and third parties can implement Gasly that they using our API that also have a documentation, and you basically can integrate Gasly into your own platform in order to use and to replace this interface. This interface is just to show you it works, but Gasly can be integrated in decentralized applications for payments, can be integrated in different other third-party applications. And the difference between having a smart contract that manage gas and the way Gasly works, because Gasly, yeah, it's a managed account. So it's a regular wallet behind Gasly. It's not a smart contract here. And the difference is you're not gonna have to deploy contracts on each individual blockchain, because you have a simple wallet address that it's relaying your transactions that you're relaying the transactions that you're doing. So you don't have to, we are not deploying smart contracts for each blockchain. You're just having uh, a single address that it's working with those blockchains. So I'm gonna send Flaviu one to Avalanche. The single thing that I have to do is to sign the transaction, and this is not what I was. Usually it happens on demos, and I don't know. Uh, okay, that's weird. I did the test before, but I'm not sure. It makes a lot of sense because I didn't add any gas on the on the any networks. I'm gonna go back to my previous gas tank that has some balances. Apologies for this, and I'm gonna send. So yeah, in order to put some gas in these, you just have um, to go to the balances and hit top up. You're scanning the QR and send the gas. But on this particular tank, I already have some gas, and I can do what failed on the previous one. So I'm gonna do this exactly the same thing, and this time it's gonna work because I already have some gas, and also I have balance in the wallet. And that is the transaction have been executed. On transactions, I already can see the transaction confirmed. Also, I can see the name of the member, and after that, the address. Also, I have a very easy way to copy the address to clipboard. But yeah, the transactions have been executed by the gas tank, But if you're looking to the net transfers, it's from me, from my wallet, the wallet that I've got connected to Flaviu's wallet. So if you don't have gas into your wallets, and I suppose all of us have multiple wallets, and in some of them you don't have gas, and that's a simple solution that you can have, because you're just connecting to, for example, if you're using a MetaMask, you have that built-in browser that you can put Gasly that Clark's that app into MetaMask. You're connecting to Gasly, you're creating the tank, adding your wallets into Gasly, into that tank, and you can easily fill that wallet with some gas, and all the wallets that you have are gonna use gas from there, and you can send everything to a single wallet, or do your thing with the tokens that you've got without having the necessity to send gas. That's to each individual wallet. And if we are talking about sending on Ethereum and sending on all the wallets that you've got, you're also saving some funds, not only time, when you're using gas. Good. So you're able to manage members. You're able to manage permissions of the members, and also you have a complete history of the transactions that you did, with link to explorers, uh, with some filters that allows you to filter for multiple users. From this particular wallet, only I did transfers. So yeah, you also have the balances, where you can see balances per each individual chain, history, and this is the refill history. This is gonna get uh, populated when you're refilling the gas tanks, and a simple summary, which doesn't tell you any more things. But important thing, if you're a developer, you also have these API docs that allows you to build your own Gasly that is going to use the API, and you don't have to use the interface that we built just as a proof of concept. You can build your app or the app based on and use Gasly as a service. Yeah, mainly a single thing that I have to mention about the number. You can right now that we are limiting to 3 gas per user, 3 gas tanks, and also 64 members per tank. Yeah. For more things and the real use cases, I'm gonna let Flavio to continue.
Thank you, George. Hello, everyone. I'm Flaviu. And together with George and Eddie, we are focusing on enabling digital payments using stablecoins. And basically, we build Gasly first for us to implement in our applications. And since we build it, we can have it as a service to anyone who wants to use it. I will share my screen and show you that since George added my wallet to his. Do you see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
we do. It's on. Okay. Yes.
Yes. So I have a wallet that I use for my personal stuff. Let's see. This is the address that George already added into tank 1. And right now I am accessing the same interface with my personal wallet. Fine. Waiting. So I already did 2 groups, family, Flaviu families and Flaviu personal, because I have multiple wallets for myself. But I also got the membership of Tank One that George already made, and you can see beside Tank One there's a little drawing that suggests that I'm solely a member, and on my groups I'm the owner. Let's see, failed. What has failed? Let's see if I got the €1 or whatever.
I send on a different wallet. I'm gonna.
I don't have that wallet on this laptop right now, but it's okay. Then I can just skip, and I got the tank limit reach. For this presentation, I set up a demo account, demo version that implies a restaurant that has multiple wallets and multiple users, and don't the restaurant doesn't need the only thing that the restaurant needs is a Gasly account. Let me show you for this presentation. So this is my demo restaurant, which has multiple wallets, the main wallet with an address, terminals with POSs for receiving payments by the waiters or the bar or the reception. One wallet for making payments when a supplier comes to the restaurant and brings some merchandise. Another wallet that it's used by the people, the person responsible with the purchases. Another wallet that can be linked to, let's call it legacy card, debit card. There are a couple of companies that provide debit cards for companies like Cypher Wallet or WireX Business, and the payroll wallet. Nowadays, and maybe in the future, employees can be paid in stable coins more precisely. So basically, for a business, a small business or a regular business, a corporation or whatever, they can start their own payment system, let's call it, using stablecoin and now submission. So in my case, let's connect to Gasly. So for a small business, Gasly is the right choice for not providing gas on every particular wallet, or and the owner of the business or whatever only needs to make the group and add all the wallets to that group. Signature rejected. Great. So my group is called the restaurant. I have only one group. I don't need more. I already added the members. Here are all the members. And I already filled up the Avalanche gas tank to make a transaction. Prior to this demo, I already did. And now I can show you. how can I bring myself to main? I will stop sharing for a minute so you can see my camera. So other apps that we are building right now, and these are also beta stage, and we are waiting for approval from Apple Store and Google Store, are called POSs and Pay. I don't think you can see right now, but on Android, you can already install Euro CPOS, and I will demonstrate you for businesses how easy it is to provide the option to receive payments in stablecoins. So right now is the first time I open the app. It's not set up. For the POS, I only need the address. So in this case, I will go with Andrei Barman, and I will just scan the wallet. So right now, I don't have any addresses added. I just add address, scan my wallet address, because for receiving payments is not really required seed phrase or so I added my so right now in this end I'm holding the POS terminal of the bar of the Andrei employee, and let's say in this end I am a client who just ordered the cocktail at the bar, and Andrei needs to provide me with a payment request. Let's say on Avalanche, the background goes to red, and one cocktail this time it's 2.34, like this, and the client scans with, in this case, Euro CPOS, and we have all the information filled up, the network, the token, and the amount, and I just click confirm, and right now I'm coming back to my screen, so you can see it's still processing because we are on a beta RPC server. And here is the screen share. Payment successful. I'm not seeing the other side. Share. Right, and let's go back to the restaurant and see. Wait, look. So the terminal of one of the terminals, and this is one big advantage of the blockchain solutions or the blockchain network, is that you can create as many terminals you need. You don't have to pay for each one. And another thing that I like, when a customer pays an amount regularly with the current payment systems, when you pay 100, the merchant or the business or the restaurant in the best case scenario receives 99. With tokens, with stablecoins and blockchain, when you pay 100, the merchant or the business receives the full amount, 100. So in this case, the client paid 2.34, and the business received 2.34. Now, the employee does not need to have the seed phrase. It doesn't need to be a wallet by itself. It only needs to be a sub account. In this case, on the terminal, I have multiple sub accounts. So at the end of the day, I can see every terminal, whatever amount it received, and during the night, and I can say we will implement a solution to centralize all the payments received into the main account, so that the main account the next day can move funds to the payment wallets. Going back to Gasly, the members, now I'm the owner, the main account. I will log out. For the moment, I will log in with the wallet of the terminal POS that received the amount, and I will move the whole amount to the main account. And this can be done by the accountant, the financial manager, or the person responsible with the payments. The employee doesn't have to do anything. Good. So basically, in my wallet, which is for the bar, I don't have any gas, but with Gasly, I can move funds that I received. Here are the maximum funds, and I can send to the main account, which I have right here. Copy. I guess it's the same. Yes, sign and send for the moment, but we can automate also this. Sending, signing, and you will see here that the success, and in the balance sheet we now have less avalanche, but on my wallet, on the terminal wallet, I didn't have gas at all. It's just, so I can see that on the main account I received, and I can see my history. This is the test that I did earlier, and this is the test that I did now. So basically, we want to have a full range of apps that will allow any business, any group, any organization to enable digital payments without the need of a bank or an intermediary. And I guess we are on a good track. That's it from me. Alex.
Cool, awesome, guys.
Yes.
Nice. So lots of work in here, and interesting that I see your so there are emerging use cases, things that you, from the product perspective, make sense. Now, what are your plans further from here? Meaning, what concrete steps do you want to go? And then I'll just let everyone else who has other questions. So what's your go-to-market now? What do you do since, like, after this meetup, or since tomorrow?
George?
So first of all, the first thing that we're gonna do with Gasly is to integrate in our services, in our other products. As Flaviu showed you, we are working on the Pay app, and that Pay app will have a first integration of Gasly, just to allow those that are want to use Gasly as a service into their pay apps, just for also for the use case that Flaviu just showed you. So we are currently in the building phase. We are gonna launch also these products, but I'm not sure if Flaviu wants to market them since there are, for example, Gasly, it's just a bit of what we are building, just a small part of what we are building right now. So we don't have yet any plans for go-to-market since we are in the building phase.
Okay. So it's more like exploring for
Exactly.
now or something like that. Okay, cool. Fair enough.
Right now we are waiting for approval from Google Store and App Store for the other stable coins that we build separate apps like USDT POS, USDT Pay, and USDC POS and USDC Pay. So
you have created, sorry for interrupting, you have created separate applications for each stablecoin?
yes.
Why did you do that? Is that a limitation from the perspective of the App Store? That because I know that there are some weird conditions that Apple requires.
So our goal is to make simple apps for everyday use. And this approach got us into a little bit of reviews from Apple because these apps are considered clones and we didn't got approved and got a little bit delayed. And I guess we will solve that problem, but we will have in the end for the pay side an unified app. It will be called DeFi Pay, and it will recognize a lot of QRs. Maybe we will implement NFC and so on. And depending on the QR code that the merchant provides or prefers, the app will change to that network and that token. Another service that we also are building for us after this presentation, and we will continue with that. It's called Swappy. It will provide the instant swap services for micropayments. And if the user has funds in one network and the merchant requests into another network, during the payment process, we will swap the token to the desired network without further interaction from the user. So basically, my idea was to localize apps, let's say EuroC. I guess it will mainly be used in Europe. Instead, USDC and USDT, it will be used international.
Okay, cool. Other questions in the room? Okay, Simona?
Yeah, just a thought. So from what I've understood, there are role-based permissions on Gasly. So I guess it's withdrawals are also capped, right? So I guess my question would be around what prevents abuse. This is addressing also, I understood this is addressing mostly like small businesses, right? Or generally businesses at this point. Yeah, just one question at a time. First of all, like what prevents abuse? And then we can move forward through it.
I will answer abuse. So in the first stage, we thought we let unlimited members and unlimited tanks. But after thinking, we decided to limit the number of the tanks and the number of the members. Basically, in real life, you will only need one tank for that's my opinion.
Yeah, I can complete a little bit of you. And sorry, so the idea is not just created for businesses, but also for personal use. The idea is how many of you have $1, 0.5 something in maybe 10, 20, 30 wallets, because you need one time to use that wallet for a test, or one time you receive some things there, or you need to do a payment that you did not want to do it from your main account, so you send it via checks to that, and so on. So first of all, we are creating here a solution for personal use. You just have the Gasly, and you have a number of wallets that you will assign. So in this way, the abuse is you are abusing yourself in this situation if you are doing like this. The second thing is for small businesses and medium size, because we are capping this at 64 members. So 64 members is also to say a mid-size business, especially in Romania. It's like you as an admin, you have the ability to control the gas tank. So you will see exactly, and you will need to make some calculation for the number of transactions that you are estimated to have during that month. Because also in the next version of Gasly, we'll have and also using other systems from the entire ecosystem, the possibility to put like some stable coins, $100, $200, and after that to change this and to refuel the gas tank. So from the abuse things, I don't think we have this problem, because this system is created as solving a problem from the users. And especially when we are talking about businesses, usually you are doing for your employees or this kind of situations, like using master bank account and with sub accounts that you are doing now in the thread file of the things.
Okay.
Makes sense, yeah. Georgia, you wanted to say something?
Yes, of course. Because to be honest, I like your idea and what you just said. But yeah, since there are a lot of use cases, I suppose that can be a setting per tank to have a minimum amount of transactions that the user or gas that the user can use that resets on a specific time. So yeah, that's a thing that we can do.
Makes sense.
Can I
Flaviu,
add?
you want to complete? Yeah.
So, couple of things. We are debating now whether to make this code public. So any company which maybe doesn't trust us can implement Gasly on their own. This is one point. The other point, so large corporations can always create more wallets and split Gasly into more wallets, and each make a wallet for a department, let's say. So there is no limitation here. You cannot abuse the service because you need to be a member of some group to abuse something. The only abuse right now is the gas price on Ethereum, which is way high.
That would have been my next question. Yeah.
So we are also planning. So this type of tank that we use for demo is self-managed. So a smart guy in the company will do the job and fill up the tank. But we also plan an auto-manage type of tank or group in which the customer will provide USDT, and we will deduct from that USDT depending on the networks used to fill up the empty tanks. Basically, it's a decision inside the group of or a decision that belongs to the owner who decides whether allows a user to use the common tank or the shared tank or not. Or since anyone can make 3 groups, maybe for Ethereum we'll make a different group and that's it, or ban Ethereum.
Or you could, if you want to open source it, you could, I don't know, create some kind of plugin system where if someone can implement an automation, or let's say a decision-making automated decision maker that can say, okay, maybe in some cases you don't want to, the gas fees are too high and you want to restrict at that moment, and you basically can automate the this via plugin and implement.
In our apps, we plan to prioritize the gas depending on the desire of the user. So the user can use his own gas, and only if he doesn't have the gas in the wallet, then uses the gas on the shared tank. So maybe for Ethereum, they will use their, I don't know, there are many possibilities, and we debated a lot whether to use the funds to automatically fill up the tanks or upon request. So right now we only have self-manage. The owner decides, basically anyone can fill the tank right now. It's a public address. Anyone who sends funds can fill up the tank.
So if a gas tank runs out, transaction fails.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, like in the first demo.
All right.
That was the scope.
Did you implement any notification for users, or is it in scope? Okay, just question. And also, I remember you were saying that there's about 64 users per tank. Sorry, like members per tank, right?
Yeah.
Do you envision that this might, impediment, like be a little bit of a problematic thing in terms of scalability, or is it just, you build on the first one and then, move forward to add more if needed?
So let's say for premium users or premium clients, they can edit this setting. It's just a number to prevent. So I don't think you need to be member in two different groups with a single wallet, maybe with one wallet in one group and the other wallet in another group. We're very, how do I say, customizable. In fact, it's the user's choice what to do with multiple tanks, multiple wallets, multiple groups.
I see.
If you're building this programmatically, not as we have the interface right now, you basically can manage on your side the wallet management, and you can create multiple wallets that are creating multiple gas tanks. So there's not a problem on that one. And also we are using a queue. So since if, for example, you're doing multiple transactions that are using the same gas tanks, that's why it's a good idea to reduce the number of the users that are in a tank, because if you're doing multiple transactions using the same gas tank, that is gonna enter in a queue, and some of the transactions are gonna be executed with a longer wait time. So it's a good approach from my point of view, the fact that we reduced the number, and also it's not a problem on the scalability, because if you're using the APIs that we have got, you can create multiple tanks that are managing different gas tanks, and you're associating a gas tank and an address that it's the owner of the tank on your side as a integrator of the service.
So we plan to add more stablecoins, and maybe on the premium part, on the paid side, the customer can add custom tokens. So right now, to protect ourselves and the user from abuse or from phishing or scams, we will allow only well-known tokens, which are official contracts like USDC, USDT, Euro C, and as the time goes by, we will add more and more stable coins from our point of view. But the customer can add own tokens.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess then it's just going to be a question of your auditing process for stable coins that are accepted on Gasly. Thank you so much. I won't take too much of the time. I see that we have questions in the chat as well. Maybe other people here want to ask questions. Go ahead, guys.
So there's a question on the chat. People often lose their wallets by being hacked. Do you have any limitation on how much someone can consume from that time? Not at the moment, but we definitely want to let's call it force each tank to have multiple admins. So when a group of a tank, a shared tank, overreach a limit, let's say 3 members, I guess it will need to be two admins. So in the case the owner loses the wallet or something happens, the second admin takes over, removes that admin, and things can go on. The second one.
Sorry, is it going to be also like shared admin, like multi-sig type of, no, okay.
No, not yet. We stay away from contracts. Contracts can be tricky. Simple users don't read anything what they click on. That's why we stay away from contracts, and I'm happy with the solution George found without contracts. I'm a fan of transfer and the peer-to-peer networks and so on. So I don't see the need for a contract in this case.
And this is answering the following question: how is possible what single deploy on a single chain to have to work on many others? So yeah, we are not using contracts. We are using a EVM add wallet address, a EVM address. So the wallet address of the tank, the tank is actually external owned address, so EOA. So it's a regular wallet address, the regular wallet that is working with the blockchain.
I have a question here, Georgia, because so it seems that there are multiple, even Catalin had the same kind of got a bit confused because we were used to the fact that we have been using meta transactions before, and this is not meta transactions, basically, right?
And it has also a fallback for on meta transactions.
Okay. But it works differently because you cannot theoretically, via that old method, get a signature from an address and push it yourself.
Correct, because you're gonna need
in the name of on behalf of that signer. And my question is, what EIP exactly do you use? Can you mention that, because maybe that's some upgrade that we missed and we do not know about?
It's EIP 3009 and EIP 2612. 009.
They are mentioned on the send page.
Yeah, if you are gonna open the send pages, you're gonna see the EIP. It's transfer with authorization, one of them.
Okay.
And the permit, it's as a fallback.
Okay.
And yeah, and the USDT doesn't support transfer with authorization. That's why we have the fallback. Regarding the regular meta transaction, which is the simplest way to do it, there's a single problem there, because you're gonna have to approve to sign that approval on the wallet, and that approval requires gas.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't be able to send the transaction.
chicken and the egg problem.
Okay, got it. So you have to do an approve. Okay.
So in order to execute a meta transaction, you have to do that allowance to the token contract. If you're not you're allowing the spender to spend tokens from you. So that requires gas to be
Yes.
executed.
Okay, cool. So let's move to the fourth question from Katalin then. What is the business model? So basically he's asking the same thing, meaning, or not necessarily. Let's say let's assume that he's asking how you guys will make money or fund this. Did you think about it? Do you have any ideas?
From swaps.
Yeah.
From
So we want
like
to make
Meta.
money from this particular service. Since we are gonna make it, it's probably to make it also public. It's just a service that is not actually a service, it's a solution.
Mhm.
So we are not gonna sell it, we're gonna use it together. So that's the point of the product.
Okay, cool. Great.
But we are gonna use it on different other products that are gonna also have payment, are gonna be like, are gonna have a business model.
Yes.
Our target are digital payments using stablecoins, and to reach that target, we need tools or services to enable our apps to work flawlessly, or to make them simple for the everyday user. My goal is to be able to pay with Euro C at an restaurant, and that's it. And
One of the problems that I, as on-chain, as a blockchain user, is that besides the fact that you have multiple wallets, you also use multiple networks, right? So in your case, in case of Gasly, maybe I missed this. Do I need to fund individual networks, or can I just, or actually, I think you did not get to that point, but are you thinking about funding one tank on one network and at the same time maybe allowing groups of wallets to spend gas from other networks?
so for the self-managed tank, shared tank, every network needs individual refilling. But for the auto-managed type tank, which is not ready yet, we will use funds provided by the owner of the tank, and we will fill the tank as needed automatically, let's say. We are still debating on the Ethereum budget.
Yeah, but in that POS example, or in that use case where you receive payments from different yes, and then you have all the money in one wallet. Actually, no, you don't spend gas by receiving funds, so that wouldn't be a problem.
So,
Okay. Anyway, just it's a bit difficult because the way you presented the project and you developed the project so far, it takes you to think about multiple 100 solutions in different places. And the thing is that it would probably be more clear when you have some concrete customer that has a concrete need and you address just that need, and that would make it more clear exactly where it goes, because at the moment it can be a general solution, right? So you present different use cases on top of it.
So right now our solution are self-custody solution.
Yep.
But fun fact, the POS only requires an Ethereum address or EVM or a ERC format address that can be also from an exchange where the company or the user has account. And the merchant or the business when using a CeFi provider for the wallet, then it doesn't matter the network that it provides. He can receive it on each network. In the end, the fund will be on
I got it.
one form. Instead, with the DeFi approach, funds are separated by the network. And I have some ideas in this area also. Let's say at the midnight or some cron job, we can unify the funds into a single network. So this is a small disadvantage, but for for example, for Europe, which is barely known in the crypto space, EuroC will be enough. And EuroC is from Base, which also provides a network with affordable fees, the Base network. And I guess Avalanche also is affordable. And I guess in Europe, payments will be made on Base, being the same, let's say, provider or creator or supplier.
Okay. We have a question from Stefan. Stefan, go ahead.
Unmute.
Yes.
You are on mute.
Yeah.
No,
Use
you are
the
on
mute
mute.
button.
Unmute yourself.
It was just that clear. Can you hear me now? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it's nice to have you all here. I don't have quite a question. I have more an idea regard that I think I'm not sure if the EVM chain supports it, but let's say that I'm a restaurant manager and I would like for my customers to not to pay the gas fees. Let's say I'm on Ethereum, I will support them, which they are a little bit high. But what I am thinking, if you guys can do, if let's say like 5 different customers send the payment to merge it into one transaction, so that can I don't know, lower the gas fees. I'm not sure if the EVM chain supports that, but I think that would be an idea in order to reduce the gas costs. Not sure if I've explained it correctly.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
So as a manager, it doesn't. I don't want the money to arrive instantly. Okay, I can wait for 5 transactions and get the money 1 day later. It's no problem for me. But to avoid the high gas fees, it's just an idea. If it can be packed, it can perhaps lower the gas costs. So that was my idea, not quite a question.
This problem arises only on the Ethereum network. The other networks have really quite low fees. So comparing to the regular payment systems, right? When you pay 100 euros and the restaurant gets only 99, it's 1%. It's allowed. With this technology, the blockchain itself, only the Ethereum today and 2 weeks ago were a problem, and we cannot fix for the sender.
Yes, but to take it further, I could intervene and probably complete the Stefan's question. So maybe you can use some LTU like Optimism or Arbitrum or Base But in your use case, in your restaurant use case, so a customer comes, he wants to pay, he or she wants to pay, and basically you include their address in your group address. Basically, you subsidize the gas fees, right? And you subsidize the gas fees from a cheaper network, like from Arbitrum, right? Or Base. And all the payments that the customers do are processed on Base, and then the batch payment in the end basically just means making a few transactions to Ethereum when you get to higher amount, accumulated amount. That would be an example. But anyway, when L2 and EVM L2 is just as safe because people still keep like hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, in one address on Base, and they don't worry too much about it. So maybe this is an operation that you would do a lot more, let's say, not that frequently, to move it to other networks. So you don't have to necessarily support all the networks from Ethereum ecosystem.
Right now,
Yeah,
please.
I think for the use case of the restaurant, we should optimize everything for the networks that have lower fee, because also the user knows, because already he is paying everywhere and I'm not paying with my Ethereum wallet when I go to the restaurant. Because also now when you are going to the restaurant and you pay with your credit card, you know how much money you have, you know how much fee you'll pay on that credit card. So I think it's also from the customer part of the things that they will use the network with the lowest gas fees. Because now if I see that the gas fee is $200 on Ethereum, maybe I do a swap, maybe somewhere in checks, and after that, or change something and do a other transaction that is with a lower fee. So we should also educate a little bit the customers in this direction, because the entire ecosystem that Flaviu brings up is to make the life of the user very simple and to use stablecoins as the new method of payment, because has like it's very fast, it's very cheap, and so on. So the entire ecosystem is built on the UX UI very friendly framework, so the normal users to have the possibility to pay fast and with the lowest fees as possible. This is the idea. And also dividing these parts in Euro, C, USDT, and so on. Also we are dividing the regions, because like in Europe, USDT is not very popular now, especially with the MiCA regulation, but USDT is very popular in the Asia part. USDC is more popular in America, Europe, and so on. So we are trying to divide the things and to educate the users to use the USDC payments, USDT, and also other types of stable coin.
Cool. Okay, guys. So any other questions or discussions, suggestions? Do you want to wrap up?
I think we can wrap up, but from my personal perspective, I'd love to see where this goes. And yeah, I understand that now you're having the app submitted to the App Store for review. I'm curious to see how that works for you guys. I know they're most of the time quite exigent on this side of things. So yeah, best of luck. Come back to us with good news.
We will. When we'll have the apps on the stores, we will come back and present them.
Cool. Okay, then. Thank you. And
With Gasly integrated.
yes, and with Gasly integrated. No, all the problems solved.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Nice. Okay, guys, again, thank you very much for coming and presenting. And yes, so whenever you want to showcase any more features that you're going to develop, just drop us a message and we'll do another session. And yeah, okay. And for the rest, we'll have our next think tank in 2 weeks from now. And we'll announce it on our channels, Telegram, LinkedIn, and X. So see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.